Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to do something a little bit different, but something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and that is talk about my favorite cookbooks. If you guys have been watching my channel, you guys know I love to cook. I really do love to cook. It's probably one of my favorite hobbies. I think I love cooking more than I love makeup. I know, crazy, but I do. And so one thing that I do really love is to buy and look at cookbooks. And so I love to look through them. I love to read them. My favorite things to do is to go to Barnes & Noble and like sit on the ground and look through cookbooks. Like I absolutely love it. I don't know why, but I just do. And so anyways, so on my Amazon haul video, I believe someone said they would like to see my favorite cookbooks. So here I am doing it finally. But yeah, so I pulled a bunch right here, my stack. These are probably my favorite, the ones that I reach for the most, and so I thought I would just share them with you. As always, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it, and we can go on to these books. Okay. So I'll start with my like healthy cookbook first. So the first cookbook is this one right here, and this is Lexis Clean Kitchen. This really came in handy when I was gluten-free for a little while. I was getting really bad headaches, so I couldn't eat gluten. Gluten was causing it, and then I made some lifestyle changes, and now I'm okay. I can eat gluten now, but before I couldn't. So this book was really great, and she kind of takes recipes that normally have gluten in them and kind of tailor them to a gluten-free lifestyle, so you don't feel like you're missing out on things. She has great recipes in here, like let me see real quick. Like, I mean, she has things that normally would have gluten in them, like this, like these muffins, and she has this recipe for, oh my gosh, where is it? It's classic focaccia. Oh my gosh, it's so good. One thing that I really do like about this book is that she includes like a picture of everything, so like as you're going through, you can kind of see what you're going to be making, so that's something that I do really like. So like that. Oh my god, doesn't that look so good? Also though, keep in mind though, if you are not in like the gluten-free realm, she does use a lot of ingredients that you kind of have to buy specialty for. Not like things that you can find at your local grocery store, but they just cost a little bit more money. So like almond flour, coconut flour, tapioca flour, all of that stuff. So she kind of uses more of those things, obviously, because she's gluten-free. So just keep that in mind. If you're not in that gluten-free space, you might not be familiar with some of the things that she uses in here. So, but really like that. She started as a blog, and then she put out this cookbook. So she also has more recipes on her blog, lexiscleankitchen.com. But I just like to have a book. It's just easier. It's right in front of you. That's also why I love cookbooks. Moving on. So one of my favorite, so back in the day, I used to love to watch Rachael Ray. I would watch Rachael Ray all the time. 30-minute meals was my jam. I wish she would come back with 30-minute meals. I absolutely love it. That's kind of how I got into cooking and how I started to really love to cook. So I have like all her books. I have tons of books from Rachael Ray. And so two of them though are my favorite. And the first one is her Look and Cook, and I don't have it. I don't know why. I was looking at my bookshelf and I literally cannot find it. It must be downstairs in the box when we moved or something. I have no idea where it is. Like really, I have no idea. I honestly don't know where it would be. But it's her Look and Cook, and I do really like it because each recipe has a picture with it too. And every recipe in there that I've ever made, I've made tons of recipes from that book, have been great. The second book that I really like is this one. This is really great if you need to meal prep in one day. This is her week in a day. So she kind of takes a week of dishes and they kind of overlap and stuff like that, but you're able to cook it all in one day, which is something that I do really like. And she kind of tells you how to do it. So like if you're doing the make ahead, she'll say like let cool and refrigerate. But then if you're doing it like the night of, she'll say like, you know, return the sauce to room temperature and then do the rest of this. So it's just kind of nice, and so it kind of gives you an idea. So it's like kind of mindless. So if you don't want to think about what meals you're making for the day or for the week, you can just refer to this and she can show you how to store them and stuff like that, which is something really nice. I've never done all of the meals in one day and had them for the week. Me and Zach don't mind eating leftovers, so, and it's just the two of us, so we're not like, we don't need all this food. But if you had a family and children and things like that, I think that this would really come in handy. There's tons of recipes in here, which is what I really, really like. So if you just need some new inspiration or like a different way to cook chicken, this is a great book for that. It has a lot of soups in here too, which is something I really like to make for the week. So I would definitely recommend this one. And then I guess sticking with celebrity chefs, I guess, Ina Garten is probably my all-time favorite celebrity chef. Anything Ina makes, it is so good. So good. Like, I wish I could be Ina Garten, like starting a specialty food store and then transitioning to your own cooking show and then having your own line of cookbooks. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be something? I would die if that was my life. Anyways. So one of my favorite books though, I think is her newest book. I think this is her newest book, but it is Cooking for Jeffrey. Side note, one thing I really do love to do is watch well, I DVR all her episodes on my DirecTV box, and so like when Zach's not here and I need something to put on, I always put on Ina Garten, Barefoot Contessa. But I also like to watch her old episodes on YouTube. They're on YouTube. So, anyways, I know I'm a dork, but anyways, this cookbook I really, really like. Zach's mom gave this to me for Christmas, so she like crossed off Jeffrey and put Zach. But anyways, this one's really great. Like, these are kind of like her classic recipes, I feel like, and she breaks them up by like vegetables. She's got cocktails in here too, but she has also like dinners. These are great for like one-off dinners, I think. Let me see what I really like. Oh, I made this one time. This was so good. Arugula with prosciutto and burrata. Oh my God, it was so good. And oh, I've made these lamb chops before. These were really good. Everything that she makes, like honestly anything, you cannot go wrong with her recipes. Like, she has just tried and true recipes that are always really good. Some are really healthy, some are not. You just kind of have to use that with your own discretion. But yes, this is probably my favorite from her. So one educational book that I really like is this one here, and it all has to do with bread. This is Bread Illustrated. And so I have a couple of, so I have like the Better Homes and Garden book, I have the Joy of Cooking book, and they kind of dabble in bread, but I never had like a book that really taught me about bread and like explain the science behind bread, and this does, which is really great, but it doesn't get too complicated, and it just makes it clear. So in the beginning of this book, it kind of goes through like bread, and like, see, like you can see right here, like the different types of bread. It like shows it to you, and that's just something I really like, because you can visualize it. It's not just words on a page, it's, you can visualize it, and each recipe, so like this goes through what gluten is and blah blah blah, and it's just awesome. But each recipe, when you make it, has a step-by-step, and it can show you, because bread can be really complicated, really temperamental, and like I followed the recipe in one of my other cookbooks for pita bread to the T, and it turned out like crap. It was cardboard. So I don't know, but this one has been really great, and I haven't dabbled too much in here. I probably only made 2 or 3 recipes from here, but I really want to learn more about bread, and it is teaching me how. Thought I would just mention this book really quickly. This book isn't really great for like following recipes to a T, but I think this book is really great for inspiration. So it's called Harvest, and it goes through each season and kind of highlights the ingredients that are in season for that season. So I just really like it. There's not a lot of pictures in here. It's kind of illustrations and things like that, but at least it gives me something, because like I do like to cook in the seasons because the ingredients are better. It just kind of goes through what is in season, and so like here in the summer it's like zucchini, and gives you like 2 quick recipes for zucchini, or you know, and so like I like, and blueberries and things like that. I really love to go to the farmer's market, and you know, at the farmer's market they only really sell what's in season, and so you bring these ingredients home, you don't really know what to do with them, and like this just kind of gives you some ideas so you can do things with them. So I really like this book. Now I'm gonna go into like cuisines. So this one right here is my favorite Mexican cookbook. I absolutely love this one. This one's very inspiring and educational too. So it kind of goes through very traditional Mexican cooking, and I just really love it. I actually like read this book front to cover because I just was so intrigued by Mexican cooking and ingredients. Like this is like a recipe for homemade masa, and like it's just really educational and really nice and really beautiful, and I just really, I absolutely love it. The empanadas in here are so good, and it's just traditional Mexican, and I really love it. This book I've mentioned before. This is of course, a classic that everyone should have in their collection, and that is The Mastering the Art of French Cooking by Julia Child. This can be a little complicated if you aren't the most experienced cook, but it is very educational. So like if you want to learn different techniques, how to cook things, this is awesome. There is no pictures in here. It's just, it's just recipes. Everything though that I've made in here has been amazing. Not healthy though, but amazing. And I really want to do more from this cookbook. It can just be a little intimidating, but it's really great. Next is this book right here. I'm coming down to my two favorites. So this one I absolutely love, and this is Salt to Taste, and this is an Italian cookbook. This one is just awesome. So it doesn't really go through like the basics of Italian cooking. Like this Mexican one kind of did like, origins and things like that. This one kind of touches upon it, but it's more so this guy's, I believe, life or like his experiences. But anyways, there's one recipe in here that is so good that Zach is like, oh my god, he loves it, and it is the lasagna verde bolognese. Oh my god, this recipe is so good. I've made it twice now. It takes me a couple days to make because you have to make the sauce, like you have to like simmer it for 3 hours, and then you have to make these homemade noodles, and it's just kind of a lot, but oh my god, it is so good. The risotto in here is so good too, and they'll have informational pages about it, but I do have an Italian book like this Julia Child one about Italian cooking, and I'll put it here, and that one's more educational and has tons of Italian recipes, but this one just to me is more inspirational, and I don't know, I just really like it. I'm really excited to go to the farmer's market tomorrow, and hopefully they have tomatoes. I don't know, but like make this tomato sauce and freeze it. Really excited about that. Finally, last but not least, this one I did not think I was gonna love it as much as I do, but I absolutely love it, and this is the Dining In Cookbook by Alison Roman. Oh my gosh, you guys, I absolutely love this. She has recipes, and she uses ingredients and techniques that I didn't even think about doing. She uses a lot of egg yolk, and so she'll like break an egg yolk in her pasta, like a raw egg yolk, and she'll break it on a like a salad like this one. She like just puts egg yolk. I never thought to do that. It's so good though. It makes it so rich, so creamy. It's, oh my gosh, it's things that I never really even would think of, which I absolutely love. There's one recipe in here that is my absolute favorite, and it is just this basic chicken recipe, but it is so good. So it's this one right here. Vinegar braised chicken with farro and watercress, and really it's just farro at the bottom with vinegar, and then chicken on top, and then watercress after it's done cooking. And you just leave it on the stove, and it all just cooks together, and it is so good. So good. Oh my god, this makes me want this right now. But I absolutely love this book. So, and it's really inspiring too, and just different things. I don't know, I just really, really like it. So that is that book. Oh, and then I did want to mention one other thing. I do subscribe to this magazine, and I have really been loving it. This is the Bone Appetit magazine, and yeah, I just decided to subscribe. I think it's $12 for the whole year, and it's just kind of nice getting this in the mail, and like every month just getting something different. Like this, I made one recipe in here that was just like tenderloin with tomatoes with a lemon. Oh, it was tenderloin grilled. And they said you can eat it hot or cold, but we did it warm. But it was tenderloin, and then heirloom tomatoes, cucumbers, like dressed with red vinegar, olive oil, salt and pepper, and then a lemon yogurt dressing, which was just Greek yogurt, lemon, garlic, and salt and pepper, and that was it. and it was so good, so fresh, such a nice summer dish. And I got it from this recipe, or from this magazine, and I would have, you know, it's just inspiring. It just inspired me to, you know, grab the heirlooms and stuff like that. So I really like this. I also subscribe to Rachael Ray, but I've been liking this one better. So I feel like people aren't doing magazines anymore, but I honestly love the magazines. That was it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. I know, again, a little different for my channel, but I hope you liked it. I would really love to transition to more home things, cooking especially, and like we're redoing this house, not like redoing it, but like we're doing a lot of DIY for this house, so let me know if you want to see more of that as well, because I can totally show you guys. Like right now we're in the process of painting that room, but once we paint here, I think we're gonna do a custom backsplash in the kitchen. So yeah, if you guys want to see that though, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!